Hello everybody! Welcome. It's Christy here at My Artful Adventures, and today we are going to continue some work in this little journal that I've been working on. And so we're going to make a pocket waterfall technique today, and this was inspired by Jimmy Lou over at the Messy Craft Corner, and I just thought, oh, this is such a fun thing to do. So we are going to use that technique in our book. Now this is some of the same pages from the kit that I've been working on, and it's called Wings and Blooms, and it is from the Etsy shop Guided Creation Printable Designs. And so Cynthia does such wonderful work for us. She does the things over in Journaling Jamboree for our the kits that we use for those days and for Memory Decks events. So we just have so much fun. So this is kind of where I am at this point. Excuse me. But yeah, when I saw Jimmy Lou make this, I'm like, oh, that just looks so much fun. And I still have places in here that I'm working to, finish up in here. So I still have a ways to go. So this was my little garden gate. And some of you, I'm sure, watched while I worked on some of these. And so then we've got, just some loose pages here tucked in. We made a pocket here. You can use this for a pocket. And I left this so if I wanted to eventually, if I want to remove and replace the papers, I could do that. It's got a pocket up here in the top. And by using the weight of paper that I have used on these, it's just a lightweight cardstock, and I just got it at Walmart. And it has really made these super sturdy. These I just glued together. I've got a full pocket here and on this page. So I just glued these together. I've had to go back several times. There's videos of where I've been working on this. Oh my goodness. So I have made the covers more sturdy and all kinds of good things. So I've kind of helped you learn along the way of things that you could do if you needed to reinforce some of your projects. Hi Debra, hi Sue, Karen, there's my friend Susan, Lenora. Thank you so much for popping in, you guys. I certainly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these pockets on this back page. The front cover, this cardstock here, I went ahead and I sandwiched in between this and my front one. I sandwiched in a piece of cereal box. So, and if I had it to do over again, actually, we're going to do another one over, and I'm going to show you what I would do instead of having to kind of backtrack and do so many crazy things to shore up everything and make it better. Hi, Sue. So that's what we're going to do. This is where I'm going to put it, because I think as I glue the waterfall pieces in, it's going to even give it more strength. I'll have another piece of paper and another like glue line across here for each of the segments. And I think that'll even make it a little bit sturdier, because this one is just like two pieces of the cardstock, although I did put this on and glue it too, because I figured that would help, shore that up a little bit too. So here's what we're doing. I'm going to set that over to the side. And hang on one second. I forgot to put this so I could make sure I'm seeing all the comments. The little deal where I see comments, sometimes I see them all and sometimes I don't. So that is kind of a problem. So I got to make sure I can see all of them. Like I always say, it's not very fun if I just sit here and do it by myself, right? Just not so fun. Hang on one second. Okay. All right. So here we've got our papers. Now this is how and I have just printed these on a little bit heavier weight printer paper is all. It's just, printer paper, okay? So now you can see I've got the white piece at the top, the white piece at the bottom, and I've got a little bit over here on each side. I don't try to do borderless. That's a pain, and it kind of stretches it out in odd ways. And So I just leave it that like that. This is printed at 100%, but I still get this little border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a page, ouch, and I am going to score that. Let's go ahead and score them all, and we're going to score them in half because that's where the page, you know, is actually divided to use. And so I'm just going to score it at 5.5 down the center, and I'm just going to do all of those while I have it set for scoring. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to use a better paper trimmer, and I thought, well, if I use a better paper trimmer, then I'm going to have to be flip-flopping my paper trimmer and my my scoring tool back and forth. But well, I mean by better paper trimmer, I mean one that has a blade that doesn't need to be replaced. That's what I mean by that. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Rose, how are you doing? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take it and we're going to turn them this way and cut them. Well, no, we're going to go ahead and fold these like this. And now we're going to cut them at 4 1/4 because the sheet is 8.5 inches, you know, one way. So we're going to go ahead and cut it in half like this. And I'm just going to do each of those real quick. I don't even really know how many pockets we're going to do today. But I don't know how many are going to look good, you know. So that is why I say that. And I may do part of these and decide later I need to, you know, print out another sheet. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? You guys, we are, oh my goodness, we have been having rain and thunder since last night. My oldest daughter's supposed to be flying in from Denver later this evening, and she says she's already got the word that, you know, weather may cause some issues. I told her, I go, yeah, I know. I said, I'll keep track of your flight because I said, I'm not at all surprised. Okay, now what I'm going to do, you guys, is we're going to take this and trim the little white sections off over here. Let's do that while we've got our trimmer out here. Oh, that's kind of, you guys, I'm having pretty good luck. I'm not getting super raggedy edges today, so that's kind of nice. But I really need to get a new blade in here. This one and my other little Fiskars trimmer too. You know, why are some of those things the last that we take care of, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, what kind of weather are you guys having? You having some sunny skies, or you having rain too? I tell you, we have had plenty of rain this spring, that's for sure. And I know that vegetation here will enjoy it because it will be hot later in the year. And everything will wish that it had had a good watering. Although I don't know if you can water stuff enough to account for the kind of heat that we can get down here in the Texas summers. Oh, Karen's been working on a bookmaker book. Nice. Okay. Oh, it says it's sunny and humid. Oh, one of my friends that lives in my same city, she lives a bit north. She lives several miles north of me. And she was saying that, she goes, you know, it's going to storm when your porch light comes on at 8:30 in the morning. And she said that, she goes, it's like 1,000% humidity. And I'm like thinking, oh, I didn't even venture out there. I don't want to feel that humidity. No, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so we're done with that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take these. And so you can see that some of these are going to be flipped upside down as we turn them, and that is just because of the, you know, we've cut a top and a bottom off the paper. But what I noticed is the fact that some of them, like if you take, let's see, this is the bottom of the paper, and no, I'm not thinking about this right. Oh, wait a second. Nope, I thought about it wrong. That doesn't matter. Shoot, I was thinking one way, if we put them together, that when you flip that bottom up, it would be right side up. But that's not going to work. Yes, it does. Okay, it's going to be upside down on one section. So I guess I would put whichever one I don't mind being upside down as much as the other. And then when you flip it up, you're going to get a real pretty section. So, okay, so we'll just kind of do that. And we're going to get these ready. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see which side that I want on the front. Well, that doesn't, nope, that's not going to matter anyway. Nope, that doesn't matter. This has to be on the front because I want my pocket openings on this side. Okay, well, that's how that's going to be, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do, I was not done with my trimmer. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I want to make one that has my center. Oh my goodness. If any of you have ever watched me, you know how many times I can turn a ruler around. It's kind of silly. 2 1/4. So the center is about here, and I'm going to mark that. And I'm going to make one of these, and then I can use it for the rest of them, okay? So I'm just going to make my little finger hole here. All right. Now, what I forgot to do, wrong trimmer. Actually, no, I'll just use the other one. I still need to score it again. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Let's see. Did you see Jimmy Lou replaced hers? Gal that bought it shares where she ordered. Who replaced her blade? Is that what you're talking about, Rose? Oh, Sue's having a nice warm day. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off so it's at 1/2 inch. So I've got tiny little marks over here, and I can see where 1/2 inch is over there. So I'm just going to bump it over there at my 1/2 inch mark. Oh my goodness. Oh. You guys. What in the world? Well, yeah, I'm cutting 1/2 inch off. Okay. What am I thinking, and what have I done? I need to leave that 1/2 inch on. I need to put this white part on this. I need to put the white, my line right here at 1/2 inch and cut that part off. Oh my word. See, this is the kind of stuff that can happen. And don't worry, I can fix that. Ugh. Okay, let me see. I think I had some washi tape right here. But of course I don't see it. Well, let's move on from that one. We can still use it for this. Oh me, oh my. So put your white line at 1/2 inch. We just want 1/2 inch of the white because that's going to be our little glue tab. Stick with me. I'll show you how to fix things. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Molly. Oh my goodness. I'm over here making messes and mistakes and having to fix them on the fly again, Molly. But I mean, really, would it be an adventure? We're having artful adventures, right? So would it be an adventure if it just was smooth sailing? I don't know. It would. It would. I know it would. So again, we're just doing all of these at the 1/2 inch mark. There actually is a different, let's see, is this folded straight? Yeah. Give that a press. Okay. I don't know why sometimes it seems like replacement things are more difficult to find than they should be. You guys, I have 3 of the big box craft places about 2 miles from me. All 3 of them are around a shopping area. There's a mall there and there's several strip malls around there, and all 3 of them are just right near each other. I have never lived or been anywhere where that would happen. Okay, so now we're going to score these at the 1/2 inch mark. And I don't really know which way they need to fold right at this second. I'm not going to worry about it because they'll fold either way. Although it does seem counterintuitive that when you score like on top like this, that really the way that you should fold it is away from you when it's scored like that, because you've already stretched these fibers, and that is really the direction that is the best way to fold it. Okay, we're moving right along here. I just thought this would be a fun thing to put on the inside cover of that journal we've been working on. Have any of you gotten that Wings and Blooms printable kit from Cynthia's shop? It sure is pretty. There are so many printables. I even have a few printables over in my Shopify store as well. There's just so many things, and I send printables each week to the people that get my newsletter. And some of them are going to be, they're not always going to be like a printable that is a like, you know, an image or, you know, pictures. Like coming up, I'm going to be sending a tutorial page. It's going to be a page that it's in conjunction with a video that I've done, but it's kind of an easy project sheet for a fun, manly Father's Day card, or a card for a guy. It doesn't even have to be Father's Day, you guys. And I've made it before. Everybody seems to really like it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, oops, where's my one to use? Here it is. Oh, I need to still get my book out of the way. I don't want to get, we're gonna be doing some inking still, so I'm just gonna use this for a, so I can keep them all the same pretty much. I'm just gonna use this same one I did a boo-boo on and just punch those. Kind of becomes a little guide, so that's nice. Have something to line it up with. Now, you know what, they aren't going to be on top of each other, so I mean, it doesn't really, it wouldn't matter that much, but I just think it's nice when they are the same, don't you guys? Oh, thank you, Karen. I love having you all on my adventures. We're just all on our crafty and artful adventures, right? Oop, I think I got part of the original one on that one. It was hard to punch. I am just really sorry that my idea of which way to fold that didn't work, because I didn't really take into consideration that I needed to for sure have the opening on the side that wasn't folded. So, you know, yeah, your opening has to be the side without a fold, right? Oh my goodness. So many people are going off to crafty adventures, and yeah, by the time I found out about Jimmy Lou's event, I had already committed to something this next weekend, and I just said, yeah, I think I'm getting too old to think I could do that much travel on 2 weekends in a row, you guys. That would be tough. Okay, so now what we need to do is we have to cut off part of this. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to cut off the inside section. Well, let me see. Where's my big scissors? Here they are. So I'm just going to cut along here. I can see that score mark. And just trim it both ways. My goodness. Okay. So we've got one. I'm going to set these over here to the left as I do them. So I just want my cut section to be on the bottom side. And I don't know that it's really going to make a difference, but I think that would, to me, I think it could hide that part a little better. What do you think? Oh, thanks, Molly. So I just thought that this would be, and look, so I've got like, what is this? Almost about 5 inches, I guess, are these strips along the side. And so as I glue those down that many times, that is going to give me a nice extra little bit of reinforcement along that page. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have actually really been enjoying these times that I have been coming on my page, not in an event, and then, you know, if we're done in 15 minutes, if we're done in 30 minutes, then we're done. And I like to watch things in little small bites. How about you guys? Hey, Carol, how are you? So we've done this on all of these sides, so you need to open it up, and we're doing the back side. We're cutting off the white strip. We just don't need that much. We just, you know, and having one part of that paper will be fine. That's going to be plenty to hold it on to our page. And then we're going to just put a little bit of ink on. Ink those edges. I've done a lot of other inking in the book, so I want to do that. And I'm going to use this Distress Oxide. I like the Distress Oxide because it's a little bit juicier. It's part dye-based ink and part pigment ink, and so it's a little bit juicier feeling. And I just seem to have a much better time. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these. So we're going to glue the 2 edges is all. That's it. Don't get carried away and glue more than that. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do that, and then we'll fold, and then we'll ink. I think this might be my last little bottle that I used to put my reptile glue in. And sometimes those tops get clogged to where you can't fix them anymore. And if I don't know, sometimes it doesn't really seem to be, well, it probably is user error, but they just eventually kind of get clogged up, and I can't get my pen down in it or anything. I've tried soaking them, and I just don't have any luck. So a lot of times I'll just swap the top out. I think when I first got the little pack of them, I don't know, there was something like 10 or 20 or something. It was the ones that I could find when I bought it. I'm just like, yeah, I really didn't need that many. But, over time, I just keep, using them. So I guess it wasn't bad like that. Oh, Rose, I agree. I certainly agree. And it allows you to, continue working on a project that you've been working on too. And when we're working on something, whether it's a card, a mini album, a junk journal, a scrapbook page, there's so many techniques that we can use within, one of those kinds of projects that, you could sometimes, stretch that out over several days. I told Jimmy Lou, I really enjoyed her day last week where she worked on a junk journal off and on all day from start to finish. And I told her I so enjoyed that because sometimes I'll catch her live and I get to see part of her doing something, but I don't get to see the whole thing. So last week I got to see it from start to finish, and she was doing that kind of as a special day in celebration of reaching a milestone of a lot of followers. And I thought, oh, that was a fun idea. It's always nice when we have our people in the crafting community who are givers. They give back to everyone. I'm so sad to say this morning I woke up to comments in one of my presenter chats that made me so sad. One of our ladies said I guess there's been talk behind her back about things, and she was hurt because people would, go on and she invites people to her events and nobody seems to be inviting her, and and I'm like, oh, I tell you what, it is sad that some people, and the invitation thing is kind of, thoughtless for somebody that invites people to so many of their events. But the sad part to me is the fact that people would, be that way. I don't know. It's just like, even in crafting, right? Even in crafting, we've got people that are, you know what, I'm gonna snip this at a tiny little angle in case it might want to peek out. And I don't want it peeking out of there. So I don't know, what has transpired, but she just decided that she just didn't have it in her to continue that. It was so hurtful, and I'm like, just makes me sad. And I can imagine how much work it is to, put on an event where, you're having people one after the other, do presentations, and you got to track that for the day. And I don't know, it's not easy. It's a lot of work, and nobody's paying. And so many of the people in the groups, nobody's paying them to do that. There are presenter groups that you pay to be in. I'm not gonna lie, there is that. Okay. Alrighty. Now a little bit of ink. Little bit of ink. The world can be rude. That is certainly true. And you know what? How many of us, send me some hearts, how many of you have really had your feelings hurt over something, and it's just like, it's painful, right? It just hurts your soul. And it just is something that didn't need to happen. I bet every one of you could put a heart up there for that. Okay, now we're just going to put a little ink. Inky dinky doo. You guys, this is so funny. I can tell right now how much more humidity there is at my house right now because all of a sudden my paper feels weird. I mean, it's not a lot, but I can tell. Isn't that funny? You just know. When you know, you know. And a little bit on the back. Now, because when we lift this up, we are going to see part of this. I'm going to fold it over the other way and ink that. So we just got it on all the areas. Oh my goodness, that might take more time inking than I planned on, you guys. But we're going to get this done. I'm going to get this page done today. I'm going to put these little pockets on here. I'm not going to do tags today, but I am going to show you some of the papers that I've pulled out to make the tags. It's going to coordinate. Some of it I've used on other parts in this journal, and I think it's going to be so pretty. All right. Yes, Carol, you're right. Regardless of what's going on, people should be kind. And you know what? You never know what people are going through. You just never know. And sometimes when you find out what's going on, you know, you're just like, oh, I didn't know. Well, you didn't need to know. You didn't have to know to be able to be kind, right? And we like to come on here and give people a happy moment while we're on here. I do anyway. Give you something to do, craft, think about. We all have things that happen that aren't the best. Oh my goodness, speaking of, you guys, we took my little Maltese dog yesterday over to the vet, and we helped her cross the Rainbow Bridge, and you know, it was just her time, and I really wasn't sad at all, because she had just been acting so weird lately, and she had little problems in her hind legs, and sometimes she'd walk and her hind end would just, you know, fall out from under her. She got to where sometimes I don't think she knew she had to go to the bathroom, the number 2, and she'd be walking along and it'd just be falling out. It's just like, oh no. And sometimes my husband might have a little trouble getting around, and I don't like him to have to, you know, be trying to figure out where not to walk. We have a 7-year-old who shows up here often, and he's, you know, rambunctious and running all around, and, you know, you don't want to miss something, and then there'll be a terrible mess, worse than it was, right? So we took her over, and so I held her as we, you know, did the deed. She was a sweetie. We took her from some people were moving, and they didn't want to take her with them. They were moving to an apartment. They had a cat and a dog. They didn't want to take her, and I tell you what, after having her, I could see why. She was a super yapper, so it would be hard to live in an apartment with a little dog like that, you know. And it seemed like she had just gotten worse too, but yeah. Oh, thanks everybody. Yeah, she was sweet. And I did good until I got ready to go to bed. Then my little fluffy gal wasn't there. But guess what? We've been laughing about, we had somebody in training to come in there. My daughter's little Chowini, for some reason, he has been coming in there often and sleeping with us. It's hilarious. And so he came in and he snuggled all up, and it was a good thing, because then as we had thunder through the night, part of the night I slept with a a cover over him and my hand on him because he was just shaking. He's so afraid of the thunder. But yeah, he's funny. He's a funny little guy. His name, we named him Ricky because we already had Lucy. So we had Ricky and Lucy. That was our little dogs. Yeah, Rose, that was kind of a surprise. I didn't really plan. I didn't really, think about that being a hard time. But yeah, I lost one of my sleeping buddies. But my husband is so cold-natured, and I don't know, I think it might be some medication that he takes, but he's always so cold. And the rest of us are like just dying of heat. And so we keep the air conditioner on. So he, at nighttime, I have a twin heated blanket on half my bed. And I don't need that. I do not need it. But guess what? The little dogs liked it. So they're always wanting to sleep over there and snuggle up to him. He doesn't like it. I'm just like, sorry you like the warm, just like the little dogs. You never know. I even sleep with a fan on most of the time. How many of you are fan sleepers? You got to have some fan or air conditioning or something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys, I got 2 more. I'm almost done. Almost done. You missed the weight of them laying on your legs. Oh my goodness. Now that I would not like. I don't need anything heavy on me. Oh, you guys, have any of you felt any of those weighted blankets? I know people, my mother used to sleep under so many blankets. And she told me it wasn't really because she was cold. She just liked it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I couldn't even move in there. I would feel like I was gonna, just not be able to breathe. And, but she always did. And I remember the first time I ever heard about any of those weighted blankets, I thought about her. I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah. There are some people that like, to feel that weight of something. I am not one. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you just feel like sometimes you just know too much about some of us? We just craft and blab the whole time. Now, I've seen some of our crafters who are quiet. They just craft and say a few things. Yes, Karen. See, that's where I am. Carol, I think that that's a perfect temperature. Although our air conditioner, when it comes on, it will run and run and run and run. It's like got a timer or something. Not only does it run for the temperature, but I think it's set for, an amount of time. And it's set on the shortest amount of time. But, sometimes I'll just turn it off a few minutes because I get tired of listening to it. And, sometimes I'll be sitting where it's like just blowing on me. It's like, okay, all right already. But yes, when we moved to Texas, the house we moved into had ceiling fans in I think every room. I've even got a ceiling fan in the kitchen. Like a real one with, whirling blades, not just like the one over the stove. So even a fan in my kitchen. The only place there's not one, which I don't mind this, is over the dining room table. There's not a fan there. And I like that because then, you're not sitting there with your food getting cold. There's one just a little ways off and it's open to the front room. And so there's a fan there. So sometimes if we've been cooking, we might, and there's lots of people or something, we might turn that one on high so it can blow. But yeah, when we moved here, now when we lived in Minnesota, I had one installed in our bedroom. I just could not, it was just so, it was an upstairs room, and our house had not really been, it could have used like a double thing for, what do you call it? I don't know. It could have used 2 zones for its heating and air conditioning, and it had not been done. And oh my goodness, it would just get so hot. Okay, I'm ready to put these on. You guys, just like in the old days when neighbors showed up, coffee or tea was made, the best conversations were had. Oh, yeah. You loved meeting your friends at different houses. I know, right? Light blankets. Me too, Sue. In fact, right now, I have a sheet and a thin, it's like a quilty thing that I basically use for, you know, a bedspread because it's pretty. But that's what I have. I love it. Heat rises. Yes, so definitely upstairs was hot. Yes, you're right. It was. So in the summer, it was hard to keep cool as well. It wasn't so bad in the winter, but oh my goodness, summer was just awful. Now, look at this, you guys. I still need to put some lace on the back. When I got this out, I'm like, oh, I forgot to ever do that yet. So this is where we're going to put them. Now, you could use, you know, tape. I'm not going to put tape on here. I don't want to. And so let's find a cute one. Well, this hummingbird's head has been... I gotta make sure all of them are folded the right direction now. I did the backs and now they're all backwards. That one's right. And why does it seem like they're almost all... Seriously. Why are they mostly all upside down looking? Okay, well that's some kind of geometric weirdness. And you know, I tell you, if you were doing this and you had, you know, you want to plan it out better, you could just, you know, the side that was open, you could glue that. You could slice a tiny piece off of this side and make sure you had more of them that were right side up. Of course, you know, I guess I could turn some of them the other direction. It might be hard to get tags in and out of there. Let's not do that. Well, I just don't know why in the world that would have happened, you guys. Boy, if some of you can look at that and see how that happened from those pieces of paper, you are a smarter gal than me. Well, I'm going to put this one on top because it looks the less goofy. And it'll give me somewhere I could use to put an embellishment there. But what I would do, if I was going to do a tape, I would put tape and then I would still put glue. I would still put glue on it as well. Because the glue would still give you time to give it a little wiggle, get it straight, and make sure that your tape is there. It's not, this tape kind of sometimes can get, I gotta stand up. Tape can sometimes lose its stickiness. I'm going to put this kind of right here. That one doesn't look so much upside down. Okay. And so we're just going to keep flipping these up, and then we've got our pockets that we can put our tags in. Now, as soon as I get these on, I'll show you my papers I'm going to use for my pockets. And then you're going to say, oh, Christy, look at how that coordinates. I know you are. We just keep putting them on. But now look, now the ones that are upside down, when you flip them up this way, then, you know, they're right side up. I don't know. That boggles my mind. I'm going to have to take another piece and print it and see what in the world I did with that. I can't even figure that out just by looking at it. And then just bump it right up there. And I'm going to grab my ruler here. and just kind of make sure that we've got those straight coming down the side. And I don't even mind the little lines on it, because you could certainly use it to write something down. Oh, thank Jerry. Spring, Texas. Ah! Oh my goodness. One just popped right off of there. And I gotta be careful because I can't have it like longer than right here. Wouldn't that be funny if it turned out to be just the exact length with the number of pockets that I did? Especially considering one of them I messed up. It just amazes me sometimes how things work out by accident. I love it when that happens. You guys, I think it is. I think it's gonna be exact. Okay. Don't you love to watch a girl glue? I mean, really super fun. And one more, and that's gonna fit. I'm pretty sure. Let's make sure first. Yep. And we'll still have a teeny-tiny little border there at the bottom. But you guys, just this much glue against this paper and stuff, it really is going to continue to reinforce that back cover. And I'm so glad. Because you know what? At this point, I've put a fair amount of work into this thing. I really have. So, considering that, I want it to work out. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got two of these right together. Oh, shoot. I should have paid more attention. And that's okay, though. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, I love it. You guys like that? I can't believe that. And look, I had one more, and that would have been too... That would have been too long. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yep, 7 pockets. Okay, let me grab my papers and I'm going to show you what we're going to... I'm not going to make tags right now. But, oh, maybe let's just make one and let's take a peek at how that's going to look. Let's see, where's my ruler? So I know I've got glue on the top and the bottom. 3 inches might... A 3-inch tag might work. Let me see. Let me see. And how wide is this? I might could use this 6. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's do 3 inches this way. And I might have to go back. It might be too wide. Who knows? So 3 inches, and whoop, I should have measured while I had that out. And probably I'm gonna do about 5.5. Let's see if that works. Oh man, that's a long tag. Well, it'll give us a chance to kind of do a first run. Oh, that one's kind of bent. It'll give us a first run at our tags, right? So let's see how this fits in here. So 3 by 5.5 is what I've made this. And I tried to, you know, put my glue, keep my glue kind of at the edges there of the top and the bottom. Oh my goodness. I can do it. It's hard to get it in there. Woo! Got it. It's a little snug. It is a little snug. I think I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch off. Let's see how that feels going in and out of there. So 1/4 inch. So now our tag is 2 3/4. I don't think I've got any of those manila tags, and I don't know how wide they are anyway. Oh yeah, much better. And I could have, you know, you can leave it sticking out a little bit. I could have cut it a little bit longer. So on these pockets that were made from a half sheet of, you know, regular paper, or it folded in half, you could actually even do, well, this was part of a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. So I actually could have cut it at 6 inches long, right? Oh my goodness, you guys, I've almost been on. It's getting close to an hour, but there we go. So there we've got our little pockets. I just thought that was the cutest little thing when I saw Jimmy Lou do that. And I don't know, you know, you could even put something, you could still ink in there or put a little strip across there if you don't like that. I don't know. I might think about that. Who knows? Who knows, right? Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Rhonda. Better with paint drying. Better than paint watching. Oh my gosh. There's some things I say I'd rather watch paint dry than watch. So there you go. There's that. Okay, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I don't know, maybe we'll make some tags tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to be on at this same time again tomorrow. So we'll see what we're going to do tomorrow. But yeah, we might as well continue working in this, I guess, a little bit, right? And I do have something I want to show you. I have a cute technique that I'm going to show you tomorrow. And it's about this. See right here? Because of the way that we constructed it, and then I had to do a reinforcement. Now you can see my chipboard right in here. And I'm going to show you a way to take care of that tomorrow. I mean, it's still going to show, but it's going to be less noticeable, okay, you guys? Thank you so much. Hi, Jet. How are you doing? So there we have it. You guys have a wonderful day. Oh, thanks, Sandy. You guys take care. And so see you tomorrow again at 3 p.m. Eastern again. Okay? Bye-bye. Thanks.